Hello everyone, this is Jack from Dr. Prius. Today we're going to show you the installation for the Gen2 Prius right here. And here's the tool that you're going to need. You're going to need 8, 10, 12, 14 and the extension. And also I wouldn't recommend using a hand tool like this because oftentimes customers snap the terminal stud. So we want something consistent, which is a power tool that you can give it the same torque every single time, okay? And then we're gonna need a plastic, or metal is fine, but I prefer a plastic plier. And at the end, last but not least, is the plastic tray to put all your tool and the bolts and nuts in the tray. Optional, you need a voltmeter to make sure it's safe to work on. Let's get the job started. All right, the first thing to do is take out the tray. In this case, we already have taken care of. Handle 90 degrees in order to pull it out. And that's it. The battery is safe to be operated. Also, I would suggest to disconnect the 12 volt. Okay, if you have error code, you have to disconnect 12 volts so the computer will reset. Okay, but in this case, this car doesn't have any error code, so we're gonna leave it alone for now. All right. So the first thing to do is to take out the seat. The seat is held on by 14 millimeter. You need a highest torque. 1, 2. 3 and 4. And I would suggest to take out the small seat, put it on the side of the car so there's some space that you can work on. All right, second thing you need to take out is this panel. It's holding on by 1 or 2 12 millimeter. Right here. And pull up really hard. There are retainer at the bottom. Oh, there's also some of the car has a plastic clip to keep the panel in place. That's why you need a plier. Take it out. The other side, take it out. Here we go. Okay. All right, so to take out this battery, you need to take out the bracket first, right here. And there's a bracket here as well. So that's, with this, you're gonna need an extension because there are bolts under this panel over here. All right, let's take out the bracket to the battery tray. 1. 12 millimeter, by the way. And like I mentioned earlier, the hard to reach area is right here, the panel. Lift it. 1 here. Another 2 will be hidden inside right here. 1 and 2. Here we go. Put it on the side and make sure you collect all the bolts. All right, let's work on the other side. Looks like this bracket has a 10 millimeter I need to take care of right here. That's it. All right, and since we are here, let's take out the bolts, the big bolts that holding the entire battery pack to the chassis. 1, 2, 3. This one missing. 4, 5, 6. Okay, total of 6. 1, 2. 3, The difference between the Gen 2 and Gen 3 battery is the Gen 2 is secures directly to the chassis. See over here? On the other hand, the Gen 3 has another bracket underneath and then secure to the chassis. So this is more direct. All right. So now it's time to open the junction box here. This is where it holds all the contactor, the relay, and the battery ECU. One more at the bottom, I believe, right here. Take it out. All right, so this is the battery ECU, and as you can see here, usually you should use the voltmeter. Before touching anything, I would suggest doing this. Okay, no numb, no nothing. So it's a quick way for you to make sure it's safe to work on. All right, let's take out the negative terminal and the positive here, and tuck it away. Okay, at this time, oh, one more thing, disconnect all the wire connector. See, this one is loose. Wow. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and at this time you basically break all the connection between the car and the battery will be able to lift out of the car, and let's give you a shot. See, you can lift it. So I would suggest lift the side with all the relay. Wiggle it, make sure nothing on the way. And here we go. All right. Usually I will ask you to find a good friend to help you. In this case, this is a lithium battery, so I can handle it myself. All right, let's move it inside and swap it out with the V3. All right, so this is the brand new V3 for this customer over here. This has the NexPower lithium variant, and we're gonna upgrade him to the V3 sodium. First thing to do, of course, take out the cover here. Hold on by 12 millimeter. Actually, this is 10 millimeters, sorry. Oh, two more. And the other side. Here we go. It's free. Take out the plastic. We don't need this anymore because this is connected inside. Everything's connected inside. All right, this is the battery cell, and there are button bolts that holding the entire 14 blades in place. So we're gonna deal with it later, but for now, let's take out all this individual 8 millimeter. Okay, and next, oh, don't forget a special blade. 1, 2. Here we go. Next, take out the ECU. There are 2 bolts at the bottom, and then there's a 12 millimeter holding the bottom, holding the ground strip. Here we go. The reason why I want you to take out the battery ECU is to check for corrosion. Here we go. And as you can see, multiple pins are corroded. That's why in this case we prepare another battery ECU from Toyota. We're gonna install it. See over here, there are black pin, black pin, black pin, several black pin. That means this has some corrosion. The customer lives next to the ocean, so the salt is an issue. All right, let's put it aside. Take out the piece, the plastic piece. Remember, you have to put this back later, so put it somewhere safe and don't forget about it. Okay, and since this is a V3, the standard V3, you don't need a wire harness anymore. Okay, all you need is the negative cable, the big one over here. So take this out, and the small cable right here. And this entire thing, you can save some money and put it away. You don't need this anymore. Everything is connected internally. Right, let's take out the MA bolts underneath. Okay, down one side, turn it around and work on the other side. There's some corrosion going on here. We're gonna take care of it later. All right, so we're gonna fix the corrosion right here. So two tools that you're gonna need. One is this, I can't remember, the wire brush. Yeah, yes, this is called wire brush on Dremel, and you're gonna need a heavy iron. Okay, so that's grind out all the crystal corrosion here. You wanna take out all the nasty corrosion and expose the shiny copper. Now, take out your big soldering iron here. Make sure it's hot enough. Here we go. And dip into the heat. Melt it really good. You want to bond the copper wire to the surface of this L-shaped metal piece. And it's gonna take a bit of time to melt, so take your time. This is not a battery, so you can put it on as long as you want. Here we go. Nice and clean. That's what after the clean up with the alcohol. Nice bonding too. All right, so let's take out the old blades. It's hold on by 412 millimeter. Holding on this top bar. This is the only thing you need to remove in order to take the battery out. Of course, we have the bottom bowl already removed. So just slide it up. And be careful of the voltage sensor right here. You don't want to break it, okay? So be careful. Good, nothing broke. All right, so now it's nice and clean. Make sure no debris here, as you can see. Otherwise, vacuum this clean. And time to install the V3. All right, so let's start with the right side here. There's a handle design on both sides of the pack. So use this as a handle, drop it here. And since this is a Generation 2 Prius, you want to lift it 45 degrees in order to connect the temperature sensor at the bottom. See right here. Yeah. Just plug in. You should hear a snap. That's good. Snap in place. Here we go. Make sure it doesn't fall. If you fall, then it's not gonna measure the temperature and it's not good. Alright. Organize the wire and center it. As you see these two holes here, it has to be at the center of the handle as well. See this? Center. Okay, now move on to the next one. Pull the handle. Oh, another tip. Loose the bottom bolt to help you squeezing the V3. Don't open it all the way, just enough so that this piece is loose. See, nice and loose, so you can easily just drop this in. No problem there. Nice and easy, and make sure it's centered as well. Good. Slowly put everything back now. There's a cutout at the left side. This is for your ambient temperature sensor. So this sits right inside, okay? Okay, take out the protection nipple right here. Okay, and let's connect either the positive or negative. That's fine, totally fine. I'll pick the positive first and run the negative cable through the bottom. Oh, and as you can see, the bottom channel, the cable is in the channel, but the distance is not enough, right? You see this is stretching a little bit. That's because this is also sagging. So all you need to do is lift this tray at the right side. Here we go. Tuck in nicely. All right, and the service plug. £3.5 torque. And then connect the centerpiece. Done. And then this is the voltage sensing wiring. Tuck in place, and let's put this back in. The black top back in. And remember, don't force it or don't use power tool right away. You want to gracefully secure this top bar. This is made of very soft steel, so it's easily cross thread, okay? Use your hand. We're almost there. So be patient, use your hand, make sure it's going smoothly first, then power tool it. Like so. Organize the wire, make sure everything tuck in nicely, and don't forget the air divider. This is very important. Why is it very important? Because the cool air coming out from this side is actually coming out this side. All right, so behind the scene we forgot to connect the temperature sensor, therefore I have to reopen this and put in the sensor, temperature sensor. Now it's done, and let's put back in the battery ECU. All right. You want to hear a click and put it in place. And don't forget about this ground strip right here. This is very important. A lot of customers forgot to put this in. You'll get error code. All right, we secure the ground strip at the bottom. We also plug in this is for the fan and the temperature sensor, and of course the voltage sensing wire is connected. So we're done at the top side. Now let's secure the bottom side. Instead of 24 bolts, we only have 4 or 6 we need to deal with. So your preference, you can select to secure all of them or just 4 on each side. It's totally fine. And turn this around and secure another 4. Nice and tight. Good. All right, so I just have the battery moving inside. With the Gen 2 battery, you want to lift this side, the junction box side, and pull it over so the air intake can be aligned properly and just squeeze it in. Okay, now let's connect out the well, actually, let's do this first. Let's connect the main terminal. All right, after connecting the terminal, the main terminal here, let's connect out the white plug. This is for the temperature sensor, for the fan control, everything. And then put the cover on top and secure it. 12 millimeter. Alright, and secure the pack to the chassis. There are a lot of 12 millimeter, so take your time. Let's put the bracket back in. Alright, before we put in the tray, the seat back in, let's connect the service plug and use Dr. Prius app to check the health of the battery. So to connect a service plug, there are 2 actions. Okay, first plug in, and that first action is actually turn the handle 90 degrees, see? 90 degree, and then push it down. Okay, without this push down, you'll get error code. Okay, and you're gonna call me for sure. Alright, let's fire the car. And use Dr. Prius app. Nice. No check engine, no triangle. Go to special feature, read battery error. No battery error code at all. Everything looks good. Mass charge, mass discharge, state of charge reset back to 60 because we unplugged the 12-volt battery for like 3 minutes, so that's why back to 60, which is totally fine. Temperature's good too. Alright, let's turn it off and finish the job. Now let's get the panel back in. And let's install the seat. Okay. And this is quite important right here. This seat is metal, soft metal, soft actually, not even stainless steel, so it's very soft. You want to use your hand to guide the bolt in. Okay, you are so close. Don't get lazy. Okay, use your hand. Make sure. Okay, it's going all the way, and grab the other one. and wiggle a little bit. Wiggle. And put the seat back on. The final step, put the tray back in. And what you want to see at the end is your plastic tray has 0 bolt and nut left. That means you do a good job. All right, I hope this video helped. And if you have any question, reach out to support@nexpowerenergy.com. I'll see you at the next one. Peace.